Hi guys. Well, welcome. Happy to have you here today. My name is Morgan, and why don't you tell me what brought you in?
Sure, yeah. So we are here today because my daughter was out till 3 in the morning last week, and that was just really worrisome for me,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just unacceptable for her to be out that late.
Why was that unacceptable?
It was unacceptable because she violated the curfew rules.
Mm.
And I was worried about her safety, and this very concerning situation.
Mm. Okay. And tell me about your night. Tell me about why you ended up staying so late.
Well, me and my mom got into an argument. She was just being too much, and I didn't want to stay home, and she just changed the curfew to 9 p.m. I don't understand it, so I went to my friend's house.
Yeah. What do you mean by your mom was being too much?
She's changing all the rules and being more strict for no reason. I don't understand. But that's what happens every time my dad is coming home. She just acts all crazy.
Okay. And where has your dad been? Where is he coming home from?
Oh, he's in the military, and he's been on tour, and he's coming back in a month.
Okay. And you say your mom acts crazy? How so?
She just gets all strict with all these rules, and she just wants everything to be perfect and wants me to be someone I'm not. I don't know. I don't think she loves me the way I am, and she just wants me to be someone else.
What do you mean by perfect?
She has like her friends, and then she wants me to act like their daughters. Like changing my clothes and take certain classes, have a curfew. She just took away my license. I can't drive anymore. Now my curfew is at 9.
Okay. So Sharon, so I hear that there was some rules changed.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, they have changed because my husband's going to be coming back from tour in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the rules that we agreed upon before he left.
Okay, and why do you feel a need to change the rules? Why did you change them originally?
Just because I felt we should make it a little bit easier on our family since he's away. So that's why I tried to lighten the rules a little bit for her.
Okay, I understand that. And so why are you changing them now?
He's coming back in a month,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we agreed on. So I wanted to put them back in place before he came back.
Okay. And how do you feel about your husband coming back?
I feel very anxious about it.
And why anxious?
I'm anxious because it just seems like he's going to be very stressed when he gets back if things aren't in place. And like if the house isn't in order and if the rules aren't back in place and if she's not following the rules, I feel like he'll just be very stressed when he comes back.
And what does he do when he is stressed? What do you mean by stressed?
Well, when he is stressed, he gets very angry.
Mm-hmm. And what does that anger look like?
He yells and he will leave the house for extended periods of time, like over multiple nights.
Okay. And so how was it before he left on tour?
Well, this is his second time on tour, but before he was in the military, things went well between our family. There's
How so?
we just got along with each other more so, and he was more involved as a father and as a husband, and now he's not.
Okay, and when you say you guys got along, what did that look like?
Well, we both agreed on how we should enforce the rules for our daughter, and there was two of us to enforce the rules, and now it's just me, and he was just home more often, and we could talk more, and it just he was more present in our family.
Okay. And so would you say there has been a shift in that?
Mm-hmm.
And how has that affected you?
It's just been very stressful lately, and I just wish our family was the way it was before he left for the military, because I just think that's just the way families should be.
Okay. And what are you doing so that your family gets to be the way the family should be?
Just trying to have the house clean and have dinner made, and I would like my daughter to do well in school, and I'd like my husband to be happy. So I'm just trying to make sure to do all of those things.
And do you feel that way when your husband is away?
No, it's definitely more stressful when he's away, because I'm missing that person, that partner
Yeah.
that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been more difficult without
Okay.
him.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you feel yourself maybe making a shift or trying to reach a different standard more so when he is around? Or when you know he's coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a stressful feeling?
Very stressful.
Very stressful. Okay, that makes sense. And what about you, Amanda? Where do you think your family, when do you think your family changes?
Well, my parents, they're not as they were in the past.
Mm-hmm.
When my dad went on tour the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like they argued, but it wasn't as bad as we're like right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know when he comes back, they're just gonna argue and yell and
Do you want your dad to come back?
I want the dad that I remember when I was growing up as a little girl to come back. I don't know who he is right now.
Mm.
I think we both want that.
You both want
The dad and the father that was.
before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do you want your husband to come back now?
I do. It's just, I wish he was more involved in our family when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
More of a father figure and more of a husband. And,
Yeah. So it sounds like because of that and what you want, what you're looking for, there's a shift in your family dynamic and maybe in the rules. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
When it's closer to your husband coming back?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think there's that shift?
There's a shift because, I guess, just hoping for things to be as they were before he left for the military, just trying to have everything ready before he comes back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so do you feel an added stress? There's added stress there?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So would I be right in saying maybe there's some anxiety in those shifts within your family?
Yes.
Do you feel feel that way? Do you feel anxious?
Very anxious for sure before he comes back.
Yeah. What about you, Amanda?
Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you confident in knowing who's gonna walk in that door when your dad comes home?
I mean, yes and no. Yes, but like if he finds something that is gonna irritate him, or if he gets angry, I don't know what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that's why like we have to be perfect because we don't want him to react. We don't want him to get angry.
Yeah. I'm sure that sounds very stressful. Very anxiety inducing for sure. And I'm sure your husband and your father also feel that. He also feels that same way. I'm sure it's a big transition for him as well. So what I would like to do is one, just say, Sharon, I think you've been doing great as a mom. You so clearly want what's best for your daughter, best for your husband, best for your family, and I think that is great. It takes a lot of strength. And same with you, Amanda. It's so clear that you love your parents and you want what's best for them. And I think anybody would be stressed out by finding your tension in the family. And I think it's awesome that you just want what's best for everyone. So what I want to do is I want us to just recognize that there is a bit of anxiety here, but that is not your fault. That is not your fault, and that is also not David's fault either. And so we're going to kind of explore that a little bit more. So I want to go back to, you guys said anxiety. You just feel a lot of that. And it sounds like anxiety kind of just moves into your house sometimes. It kind of like invades your comfortable home. You guys talked a lot about how your family, you guys used to get along better for the most part. And so, but there's been this shift, and it sounds like anxiety just kind of moves in. What do you guys want to call that? I like to give names to these things. What do you guys have an idea on?
I mean, I just saw the movie E.T.
Did you?
I did, and
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's fitting.
that makes sense. E.T., extraterrestrial, coming in, invading your home. E.T. was kind of cute, but this anxiety isn't cute, but we'll still call it E.T. And I think that's a perfect idea, and I think that's a really good idea, Amanda, because then that will give us space to kind of blame it on that and not blame it on David, not blame it on you, not blame it on Amanda. I think it's really important that we look at the problem and we don't put it on you guys, because we all know you're all trying your best. So, E.T. it is. So we'll name the anxiety. So now that we have named this anxiety as E.T., I kind of want to talk about his influence on you guys as individuals. So how has this influenced you, Amanda, and how you see yourself?
I feel like I'm not good enough for my parents. Like my dad has these expectations, and now my mom has these expectations, and I just feel like I have to uphold them. So it just makes me feel that I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing anything that's right.
Okay. And how does it feel on you? How does E.T. affect you?
I get overwhelmed when I'm expecting my husband to come back, and I'm concerned about everything being in order when he comes back.
Yeah,
So I'm just worried about that.
I'm sure. And what do you guys think? What is your influence on E.T.? How do you give him space to live in your life? How do you think you've done that?
Yeah, I've definitely been more strict on Amanda for putting a lot of pressure on her because I'm just, I guess maybe trying to control too much of everything, because I think E.T. just maybe influenced me that way.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. What about you, Amanda? How do you think E.T. has affected you?
mean, I definitely don't listen to my mom as much. Because I think that ET is just changing her, and so I get her more upset.
Do you think ET has affected you and how you feel about your family?
Yeah, I feel that I don't know my family when ET comes in. I don't know how they're gonna react or what are they gonna do. I know for sure that they're just gonna be more strict on me and have these rules.
Yeah. What do you guys think it would look like in your house and in your family if you just kicked ET out? If you just said, goodbye, I don't want to see you again, go back to wherever you came from. How would it look?
It'd be very less stressful. It would be
Yeah.
there would be more peace in our house for sure. And, it would just be like a huge burden lifted off.
Yeah. That's good. What do you think?
Oh, I can, hang out with my friends again. I can drive again, and I can do the things that I like and have fun. So.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think it would look like if, that sounds great, definitely, it sounds like what everybody wants, is what I believe. But how do you think it would happen or look if you guys didn't kick him out and you let him move in? If ET became your fourth roommate and it became a daily thing, no matter where David is or not, how would that go?
Yeah, our family would probably fall apart.
Really? I think so.
Over
Why?
time. Just because of where we are right now, I don't see what we're doing working. So I don't see us going in a positive direction, but more in a negative direction, and that will eventually lead to us falling apart.
And what would that falling apart look like?
We won't have much of a relationship anymore. We may not want to talk to each other, or we'll be angry towards each other.
Yeah. Makes sense. So do you guys think would you prefer to kick ET out or make space for him?
Definitely, I'm gonna kick ET
You want to kick him out? Yeah, that's good. Now, sometimes when we kick people out, they come back every now and then to say hello. What would you guys do in that instance, or how do you think that would feel? Because I think that's okay. I think sometimes people come back or they give you a call to remind you of what that was like. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that since we're talking about it now, I'm more aware of ET's influence, and so I'll be able to recognize that the second time when ET does come back.
It's like you have caller ID. Now you know who's calling you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
It'll be helpful for the next time that ET does come back.
Good.
ET won't be back for very much longer the next time.
Yeah. Well, and so to go back, so what do you think are the indicators of ET coming back? What do you think that looks like?
That probably would just be maybe holding my standards to at unexpected levels for them, and trying to force my family to meet these expectations when maybe I should modify my expectations for my family.
Yeah. So you think, do you think some of the expectations you've had are unrealistic?
To a certain degree.
Yeah. Where do you think those expectations came from?
I've heard stories from when I go to the Army-wide support groups, but also, just seeing how my father was with me when I was younger, and but understanding that I was different, and we had a different family lifestyle than what I do.
Right.
So,
I think that's awesome to recognize. We're all different people, and we're all going to function differently here. Every family's going to be different. Every family's going to have their own ET in their own ways. So I think that's beautiful to recognize. Definitely. All right, guys. Well, I just want you to know I'm so proud of you and how far you have come. Clearly, there was just something that was affecting you guys. I'm happy we were able to label it and just kind of kick it out. Our ET, the anxiety that was kind of coming up. And I know that your husband and your dad is coming home soon. And I hope you guys are feeling a bit better, that you can kind of label where those stressors were a little easier. So with that, I want to give you a certificate.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations on conquering anxiety in the family. I'm sure that now that you two have been able to recognize it, that will hopefully also bring peace to when David comes home, and so that you guys can all recognize that together and work on kicking it out together and get back to where you guys were before. And I wrote you guys a letter of just how proud I am of you and of how far you have come. And just to remind you of where you were and where you are now. So you can always look back on it and be reminded of the things we talked about, and just be reminded of the strength within you too and the resilience within you too, despite some really hard things and despite that anxiety and that hardness. So this is also for you guys to take and read.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's been great. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you very much.